Hey guys, so Neo Financial launched the new World Elite Mastercard and I have to say, it's pretty sick on paper. I mean, they even said themselves, the best cashback credit card in Canada. And you know, their approach to launching this new credit card is definitely interesting. They offer a tiered system where the more money you have inside the Neo Financial everyday account, the more cashback you'll get with their credit card. And according to their website, that's up to 7% cashback for groceries. If I'm not mistaken, that seems to be the most cashback by any credit cards in Canada by far. On top of that, 5% cashback for recurring bills, which could be a deal breaker, and I'll get into more details in this video. Now here's the thing, I don't like Neo Financial much because I had a terrible experience with them a couple years ago with their customer service team. But that was a couple years ago when the company was quite new and a lot of things can change in a couple years. So in this video, I'm gonna throw all my biases aside and just focus on the facts about this credit card and do a review. And as with all my previous credit card review videos, I'm gonna give this card a grade towards the end. So stay tuned. So if you're not too familiar with Neo Financial, they're a fintech company founded in 2019 that's really trying to make a mark in the Canadian banking sector. And they do things a little bit different and are trying to really expand their network fast. When I mean network, I don't mean just customers, I mean partnering up with new retail partners. So far, they have over 10,000 retail partners where if you use the Neo Financial credit card to pay, you'll get additional bonus on top of the base cashback the credit card offers, which could be massive. According to their website, 8% cashback at Boston Pizza on top of the base 1% cashback for the credit card, which equals to 9% cashback at Boston Pizza. There's actually multiple examples of this. So Neo Financial's business plan seems pretty straightforward, partnering up with retailers and providing attractive bonus options for customers. And it's working. Neo Financial grew by 38,000% in the past 3 years, but this video isn't about Neo Financial as a bank. It's about the Neo Financial World Elite Mastercard, so let's get into it. Let's start off with the sign-up bonus. Now, I don't see there being an official sign-up bonus with this card, although if you sign up using Great Canadian Rebates, you get an extra $70 cashback on approval. Now, the annual fee of this card is $125 per year, which is pretty average for a World Elite Mastercard. And what's cool is that if you don't have enough credit to apply for this credit card, the Neo Financial World Elite Mastercard is also available as a secured card with a minimum deposit of $200. So if you didn't know, a secured credit card basically takes your deposit in and makes that your credit limit. That's how the banks mitigate the risk. I'm so fucked.
What the hell happened here?
And apparently that's also how you get f***ed in the ass for recording a video too loudly when you're living inside your mother-in-law's house. So I like the flexibility of this card as well as the approach that Neo Financial is taking with this card, and I'll go into more details tomorrow because my family's going to bed now.
One day later.
Alright, I'm back. Let's go into the rewards. Now, the rewards are based on how much money you have inside the Neo Financial everyday account with an interest rate of only 0.1%. So basically nothing. According to their website, really, there's just 3 tiers here, or 3 levels of cashback. The base is $0 account balance, you have $5,000 account balance, and $10,000 account balance. And even with the $0 account balance, you're still getting 5% cashback for groceries and 4% cashback for recurring bills. Now, I'm gonna have to analyze the math here because what you see on paper, it seems pretty sick, but like, is it really? First of all the boosted categories has a spending limit and it's not that high. See, $1,000 for groceries might sound a lot, and it is, but the real benefit of having high multipliers for groceries is the gift card hack, where you can buy gift cards at grocery stores and still get high multipliers. You want a new TV at Best Buy? Well, just get the Best Buy gift card at Sobeys. With $1,000 spending limit for groceries every single month, that's definitely enough for your grocery bills, but that's probably not enough for the gift card hack. Now, the recurring bills at 4% would be really powerful if the spending limit wasn't so low. Now you might be asking, why is recurring bills so powerful? Well, first of all, it includes your phone bills, your internet bills, your subscription plans like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and OnlyFans.
What did he say?
Not that I would know, I mean, I don't use OnlyFans. And also, you can pay rent with your credit card that counts as recurring bills through Checksy, which, by the way, charges 1.75% for service charge. So if you have a credit card that gives you more than 1.75% for recurring bills, you should try to use Checksy to pay for your rent, unless, I mean, this card is a perfect example why you shouldn't. You see this $500 budget for recurring bills for this card? Now tell me, what in Canada can you rent for less than 500 bucks? Exactly, a pile of dog shit, which probably still costs more than 500 bucks in Canada. But I mean, I get why Neo Financial put a budgetary limit for this category. If they put a higher budget for recurring bills, everybody will be using this card to pay for rent and Neo Financial will be losing money. So yeah, I get it. So in terms of their base rewards, it's actually not bad, especially with their partnerships with over 10,000 retailers. But there are better options out there, like the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard, which offers up to 5.5% rewards for groceries and restaurants. And also 5.5% rewards for most recurring bills other than rent, and the annual fee is $5 less at $120 a year. Okay, so if the base tier isn't the best in its class, what about the other two tiers, you know, the 5K and the 10K? Let's start off with the 10K. Here's the thing, having $10,000 stuck in the Neo Financial Everyday account means you're losing out on a lot of interest. For example, most high interest savings accounts right now in Canada are offering somewhere around 3.5% interest, which means if you're putting $10,000 in Neo Financial Everyday account, you're losing $340 in interest every single year because the account offers you 0.1% interest rates, which gives you $10 a year. So the real question is, can you make back that lost interest with just 2% more cashback for groceries, 1% more cashback for recurring bills and gas? So we're gonna have to do some math here. So if you use up all $1,000 in groceries budget, you'll be ahead by $240 a year. And max out $1,000 in gas, that's $120 every single year, and another $500 in recurring bills, that's an extra $60 every single year. So if you max out all categories, you're getting extra $420, but you have to minus $340 because that's how much you're losing in interest rates, so you'll be ahead by $80. But here's the thing though, that's assuming you max out all the high multipliers categories. Like, are you really spending $1,000 on gas every single month? And what about recurring bills? Are you really spending $500 on recurring bills? I mean, that sounds kinda high. Unless, of course, you're like me that uses fans. I mean, I guess you can use this card to pay some of your rent if your landlord allows that. Here's the thing, I actually think that the 10K tier is at best break even with the base tier. And by the way, I did some calculations for the 5K tier as well, and it's also pretty much break even. So really, think of it this way, the 5K tier and the 10K tier, even though they have higher cashback, it's essentially the same card as just a base tier card. Cause you're paying more because you're losing out on interest rates and there's a spending cap on high multipliers. So in terms of rewards, I definitely think there's better options out there, like again the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard and the Kobo card. Next, let's go into the insurance, which is unfortunate if you live in Quebec, because the card doesn't offer much insurance to the residents of Quebec. I mean, just look at all these X's. But for the rest of us, they offer 12 insurance coverages, and to save you time, I went through each individual coverage, and to be honest, it's not that special, it's pretty standard. I mean, standard coverage amount, not too high, not too low. But this card does seem to be missing one key coverage, which is mobile insurance. Come on bro, it's 2024, phones are like the most important part of our lives right now. Decent cards at the World Elite level should at least offer mobile insurance, but this card doesn't have it. Next, let's go into the perks, and for Neo Financial, it's the 10,000 retail and restaurant partners, some of which offer pretty sick discounts. Now, I don't have the full list with me, but it's growing. And as Neo Financial grows, you can expect more retail partners to be rushing to Neo Financial to partner up. Alright, time to give this card a score. Starting off with the rewards. Now, on paper, the cashback is pretty decent. Although the low spending limits for the high multipliers categories really limits the potential of this card. As I mentioned before, there are better options out there like the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard. So 6 out of 10. Look, I know it's unbelievable for a card that gives up to 7% cashback for groceries to only get a 6 out of 10 for rewards, but here's the thing. The spending limit just isn't high enough, and you need to put $10,000 in your Neo Financial Everyday account to get that 7% cashback for groceries. Next, the insurance. Now, the insurance package is pretty straightforward and standard, but it is missing mobile insurance. And for me, that's kind of a deal breaker in 2024. So 6 out of 10. Finally, the perks. Now, I know that there's like 10,000 retailers and restaurants that's partnered up with Neo Financial right now, which is pretty hard to ignore. And I'm sure it's pretty easy to save quite a few dollars every single month with this perk. So 9 out of 10, which puts the average score of this card at a 7 out of 10, so a low B tier card. So here's the thing, I personally think that there's better options out there. I mentioned them earlier in this video, like the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard and the Kobo card. The 7% cashback Neo Financial offers for this card is definitely attractive, but I mean on paper, right? Because in reality, it's just good, not great. Cause if you do the math, the numbers are more humble than it looks. So yeah, that's it for today. If you learned something from this video, consider a like and sub. And if you're new to the channel, I make financial tips for Canadians in my long form content and financial comedy in my shorts. And with that said, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.